Hi, I'm Nancy O'Neill and welcome to Suncoast FYI. Today we learn about a beautiful orchid show kicking off the new year. Plus we celebrate the 12 days after Christmas with Sailor Circus Academy, and we learn tips for staying healthy over the holidays. The Sarasota Orchid Society celebrates the many varieties of orchids year-round. They are kicking off the new year with the Orchids in Paradise show, and here with more is President Marta Hudson and Marketing Director Susan Felber. Ladies, you have such a fun job, I think, right? I mean,
Sure.
Look at these beautiful
sure
plants and what you're surrounded with. So, the Orchid Society, Orchids in Paradise. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about that?
So the Orchid Society is an organization, 63 years member, and our 63rd
here in Sarasota?
Here in Sarasota.
Wow.
Local people come together to discuss and grow their orchids, how to grow orchids, find interesting ones. We brought some interesting ones and to present them to each other and just enjoy the flowers. They're just, they're gorgeous flowering plants. The show itself is where vendors and the American Orchid Society and other organizations in the area come together to set up displays, have a competition, sell orchids, and teach about them. So.
Yes, and we'll get more into that because
Yes.
I need some help with that. So when is the show actually taking place this year?
Well, it's January 4th and 5th at the Municipal Auditorium.
Right on Tamiami Trail.
Tamiami Trail, right.
That's,
It's 801 North Tamiami Trail.
Okay, what are the hours of the show?
On Saturday, 9 to 5, and on Sunday, from 10 to 5.
Okay, is there an admission fee?
There is $5 per person.
But there's a lot to learn and it's worth it. So.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just a second here, what type of orchids did you bring with you today?
Well, let's see. The one in the middle here,
Yeah.
that's a lady slipper orchid.
Ladies,
Ladies
well,
Okay.
they're
And
Perilo.
it's a sequential grower. One of the little blooms fell off, I have to be honest, for anybody who watches our orchids.
Oh, okay.
But it has more coming. And then we have, this is a type of Cattleya,
Okay.
and the one over there is
A yellowbird.
Yellowbird,
Yellowbird, okay.
Brassivola, and the other one is a Brassivola also.
Okay.
And
So-
hopefully that will be ready for the show because it has a lot of inflorescence about to bloom.
Wonderful.
So we hope
Now,
to be ready for the show.
being that we're actually experiencing a cold spell here, can orchids live both indoor and outdoor?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Okay.
So the one here in the front, the lady slipper actually lives on my kitchen.
Oh, okay.
The other ones came from outside.
Okay. So
So-
our
They're
viewers will learn
different.
all about this
Yes.
at the show.
Exactly.
Let's get to your vendors. What kind of vendors are you going to have there, Marta?
Well, we're going to have 11 orchid vendors. 3 of them, they have local nurseries, and they are Plantiola Orchidea, Florida Suncoast Orchids, and Palmer Orchids. Other vendors will be from Apopka, Mayaca, and other areas.
And having different types of how to
They will
grow
have
them
different types of orchids. Many of them hybridize the orchids. So they take one orchid with another one and they come up with all these different things.
Wonderful.
So there's always a variety. So whatever we had last year, we're not going to have this year.
Excellent.
So another group of people that are coming are artists. They're going to be vendors. And some use watercolor, some are ceramic artists and pottery. We also have the Herald Tribune as one of our sponsors, and they will have a table there.
Wonderful.
As well with the cruise line, because sometimes maybe there will be an orchid expedition that we can plan.
Oh, okay. So I'm sure there's a lot, and I would say get there early so that you can take advantage of all of these vendors. let's get to where I have questions immediately. I have problems with my orchids. How do you take care of them?
Depends on the type of orchid you're talking
And,
about.
well, let's-
so that's one
yeah,
thing.
okay.
I mean, one of the things that's nice about buying your orchids at a venue like this is that you talk to the grower, and the grower
Right.
can give you tips. The American Orchid Society, which sponsors us, has growing tips on their website, and we actually have a little culture booklet that we hand out with
Okay.
with our.
All right. Are there any?
Admission.
Are there
Yes.
any like just generic tips, like we had talked about the ice cube watering technique?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
That's a myth.
Okay.
And the veteran growers get very upset when you suggest the ice cubes.
That's fine. So what is
But-
the
Well, think
generic
about-
watering?
well, think about this. How do they grow in nature? Does nature drops an ice cube
No.
on them to water them?
No.
So you have to treat orchids just the way they normally grow. Create a habitat that is acceptable for them so they will grow better. So if you have them outside and the temperature drops to what they're not used to it,
Right.
you need to bring them inside or you need to cover them
Yes.
to protect them.
Okay.
Some orchids do grow inside, and those would be like the phalaenopsis that you
Right.
find at the box stores. But these type of orchids are something that you just don't find everywhere.
Okay.
And you need to learn a little
All
more
right.
about.
Yeah.
So that's why we
Yes.
need to come to the show.
Exactly.
So let's recap. Where is the show taking place and when?
Is at the Municipal Auditorium
Okay.
at 801 North Tamiami Trail.
Yeah. January
Uh,
4th and 5th.
January 4th and 5th.
Okay.
Saturday from 9 to 5 and Sunday from 10 to 5.
Okay, and our viewers can go to your website to
Yes.
find out more
Yes.
information.
Yes,
And what
they
is that?
Go ahead.
www.sarasota.orchidsociety.org.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you both for being here, and look forward to
Thank you
seeing
for
you at the
having
show
us.
and
Thank
learning
you for
more.
having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love to see everybody there.
Thank you. Just ahead on Suncoast FYI, we hear from the Sailor Circus Academy on their upcoming holiday performances. The Circus Arts Conservatory is celebrating the holidays in a new way with the 12 days after Christmas. And joining us now with more on the annual Sailor Circus performances is creative director Jared Walker. Well, I like that idea. You know, we get so built up with Christmas, and then there's such a letdown. So I love the idea. Where did you come up with the 12 days after Christmas theme?
Well, I have a theater background, and a number of years back, I had a kids troupe of kids called By Kids for Kids, and we did a script called The 12 Days of Christmas. And I just took that idea of the show and made it work for our purposes.
Okay, so obviously it's after Christmas. When are the shows actually taking place, Jared?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, December 27th through the 30th.
Okay.
Shows are at 2 o'clock and at 7 o'clock. Sundays are at 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock.
Okay, great, and we'll get that on the air
Thank
to
you.
remind our viewers. So, how is this show different from previous holiday shows that you've created?
Well, first of all, we're in our newly renovated arena.
Beautiful
Yes,
space.
$4.5 million, new lighting, new sound, new air conditioning, new bathrooms. But of course,
And where is it? Tell me.
right on Bahia Vista,
Okay.
2075 Bahia Vista Boulevard.
Okay.
Right next to the Sarasota High School.
Awesome.
And of course, with all the new lighting and sound, we increased the production values. So great lighting, great sound, great music, and of course, great performance.
Okay, can you give our viewers a little taste of what the setup is going to look like?
Well, it starts right immediately following Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So day
Okay.
one would be these first 3 days after Christmas, we're taking down the holiday decorations.
Sure.
So it starts looking like Christmas. And then the next section basically is playing with toys. And then we get to New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And immediately following New Year's, that takes us to intermission.
Okay.
And then the second half basically is vacation days, and a little section what I call hullabaloo days, which is kind of those last few days before the kids have to go back to school. So it's like shopping, studying for school, or getting ready to go back,
Yeah,
you know, and one last big circus celebration before we go back to school.
Okay, and the performers are ages 8 through 18?
8 to 18, yes, ma'am.
And how long have they been performing with you?
Some of them, quite a few years.
Yeah.
You know, some of them we have a couple of newbies this year into the academy, but some of them like 8 and 9 years. So
Okay,
I let them
and
around
what
for a
type
while.
of things will they be doing?
We have juggling, silks acts. Dolly Jacobs, who is one of our founders, she's created the
lovely.
opening act. She's created a Roman rings act with 2 ladies that represent basically the angels that come down off of the Christmas tree. Bike act, bike and unicycle, cradle, swinging cradle is back in the show this year.
So a lot going on.
A
to
lot.
look-
There's a lot of acts to
What
see.
about the costumes and the music? Where does all of that come from?
It's a collaboration between myself and the coaches to decide what music it is and pick the costumes, and then we design them according to the act. This year in particular, the toy section is very fun. We have the Trolls, the new Troll movie that's been out with
Yes.
Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick. There's a big troll section, so we have 15 trolls up on the webs with the wigs and everything. So that's very exciting. That'll be a fun act.
Are those real trolls or are those?
They're like
toy
representation
trolls?
of the trolls, the toy trolls with the
toy
big hair.
trolls.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So when your audiences are there and experiencing this magical moment, what do you want them to take away from it?
Well, it's a great place to bring your family. It's a great memory for your family. It's very wholesome entertainment. And besides that, our kids are very talented, and the commitment that it takes to put on each act is astounding. So to have an appreciation for what the kids do and the work that they put into it.
And you too. I mean, tell us about a little bit about what you bring to the table, Jared.
Well, I have a theater background,
Yeah.
so I bring the theatrics. You know, the coaches basically teach the technique, and I'm there to help fluff it up. You know, make it pretty with lighting and costumes and a script, basically.
Okay. So you're the overall.
Yes, a kind of the
coordinator
overall
the-
view that brings it all together
Okay.
as a whole.
All right. So tell our viewers again one more time when they can get tickets for your show and where, please.
You can call us at 941-355-9335 or go to our website at circusarts.org.
Great. And the actual building is just off Bay Vista.
Right there next to Sarasota High School.
Okay. And there's plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, it sounds like a great show. Have a lot of fun.
Thank you so
and,
much.
Happy holidays. Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays to you and to you. Thank you so
you.
much for having me.
Thank you. Next on Suncoast FYI, we learn how to stay healthy this holiday season. The holidays can be hectic, as we all know, and we often forget to take time for ourselves. Well, here with more on how to stay healthy during the holidays is personal trainer and health coach Debbie Rock. It's nice to see you again.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
me.
you
it's lovely
look
to be
wonderful.
back. Thank you. So
Yes.
do you.
Oh gosh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Now, for our viewers who haven't met you before, give them a little bit of your background and what you do that can specifically help them, Debbie.
So I'm a personal trainer and a health coach. I actually started my career in New York City, and then we moved back from London, as you can tell from my accent. I'm originally from the UK.
Lovely.
So I worked there for a while, and we moved to Sarasota full-time 3 years ago. And yeah, I'm a personal trainer and a health coach, specialising in orthopaedic rehabilitation. So anyone that has any problems with their knees, shoulders, back, hips, those kind of things, I can really help them, you know, get better and get fitter. So-
Wonderful. And you're a certified American Council on Exercise coach,
Yes,
right?
that's right, American Council on Exercise.
Okay.
yes.
So that's a very specialized.
It is,
type of
and they
training
make
that
sure
you
that all
do.
of their trainers, you know, that we cover everything that they need to know, and we recertify every 2 years to make sure that all of our knowledge is current.
Wonderful. So there was something on your website, a little saying that I like. Not just looking good on the outside, but feeling great on the inside.
Yes.
So that is your motto, and you're going to help us do that by giving us some tips for how to stay healthy over the holidays.
Yes, and I don't want anyone to, we all want to have fun over the holidays,
Yes.
but there's ways that we can do that and still stay healthy.
Okay, all right.
So my first tip would be to stay hydrated. So we probably don't drink enough water as it is, but especially over the holidays when you're rushing around. So it's really important.
And having a little alcohol.
Having a little alcohol, yes. So my tip for that is between every alcoholic drink that you have an 8-ounce glass of water. One of the main causes of a hangover is severe dehydration, so you can combat that a little bit by making sure that you drink a big glass of water in between each of your beers, wines, or cocktails.
Okay, and how about flying? Any tips for flying? Because we know a lot of people are traveling.
So if you're flying and you fancy, your gin and tonic, every alcoholic beverage you have in the sky equates to 2 in the body. So you have to be extra careful when you're flying. So it's really, really important to hydrate and maybe keep an eye on how many drinks you have so that you get to your destination feeling great.
Okay. Now, some other tips. I mean, we're all aware that we're going to be indulging in maybe some sweets that we don't normally do. What about sugar intake?
Yeah, have a little look at the sugar. Sometimes there's a lot more in things that you're consuming than you realize. So cocktails, for example, often have a lot more sugar than maybe your favorite cookie or your pie. And there's lots of hidden sugars in processed foods and sauces and things that you may have with your meal. So watch that. And if you do fancy your chocolates or your cakes, go to the kitchen, pick 2 or 3 of your favorites, then take them back to the couch and leave the box in the cupboard so you're not tempted just to sit and pick.
There you go. I like that. That's a very good tip. How about sleep deprivation, because we're so busy?
Exactly, and we're going to parties and we're probably working longer hours and shopping, and it all gets a bit crazy. So it's really important that you get enough sleep, 6 to 8 hours. If you don't get enough sleep, you get a bit agitated and tired, and you're more likely to eat bad things. So you're more likely to pick up more sugar, and you're more likely to make poor food choices if you don't get enough sleep. And don't be ashamed to take a nap. A 30-minute nap can make all the difference, and it won't affect your sleep anything under 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, I like that, because I like to take naps. Now, we're going to take a short break, but we're going to come back and you're going to show us how to do some chair aerobics.
Yes.
So for those of us who really don't get enough exercise, this is a good way if we're home and need something to do.
Yes, and everyone can do it.
Okay, great. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm here with Debbie Rock of PT Personal Fitness.
Rock PT Fitness.
Rock PT Fitness. Thank you. Want to get that right. So now we're going to do some chair aerobics, and I think all of us are capable of doing this. We'll see. I'll give it a try.
Well, unfortunately it's not a very exciting little holiday gift, but here's some little baby weights that we can use.
Okay.
But if you haven't got any weights at home, you can use a can of beans or something like that just to give you a little bit of extra weight.
Okay.
So you're going to sit forward on your chair. You're going to pull your tummy muscles in and sit up nice and straight, and you're just going to start by marching your feet in place. And I know you've got lovely fancy boots and tights on, but that's okay. You can exercise with anything.
With anything.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And now we're going to do little hill digs to wake up our calf muscles. So you're just going to tap out and in, out and in. Good. So you can do this with all the family can do this together after or before eating your big holiday feast.
There you go. Before, because then this way here, maybe you'll feel a little guilty if you eat too much.
That's true.
I've just exercised and now I'm eating all this food.
And now we can do some little leg extensions to wake up our quad muscles and our thighs. So flex the foot, that's it, good. We do a couple more of these.
Don't you be laughing at us out there now.
This is very serious fitness. Okay, and we're going to rest it there. Now we're going to move on to our upper body. So you're going to grab your little baby weights.
All right.
And we're just going to do some bicep curls up and down.
And what muscle group is this working?
So we're working our biceps here. We're going to do a couple more of them. And then we're going to work our chest and our back muscles by reaching out and pulling back. Out and back. So all of these exercises get the blood flowing and the oxygen flowing around the body.
Which is so important.
I mean,
for circulation.
Exactly, and it also gives you more energy and you'll feel less stress after you've exercised too.
So 5 minutes a few times a day would be a good...
You could do that, or you could do it all in one go. For whatever it is you have time for.
Okay.
If you've got a spare 5 minutes, this is great.
Exactly.
And
something is better than nothing.
Exactly. And anything above the head makes the heart work harder as well. So these are good exercises.
I can feel that now. I mean,
you can feel
not
it in
that I'm
your
getting
shoulders.
winded, but you can feel that it's
So you ready to add some of them together?
Oh God,
Okay, we're
I
gonna
don't know
we're
if I
gonna
can do
tag
this.
team them.
All
So
right.
we're gonna bicep curl and hill dig. Okay. There you go. Excellent. Good. You're gonna keep going there, and you can put your favourite music on to do this too.
I just want you to know we didn't practice before, so
Well, you're doing very
we're
well.
winging this.
Okay, good.
You're a very good instructor.
Thank you. Now we're going to punch and kick at the same time.
Okay.
So flex that foot, out and in. Good. Keep going there. We're just going to do 3 more. And then we're going to go back to overhead and march. So up and down, up. Good, both hands if you can. 4.
A little harder with the dress on here.
It is, yes, it's much easier with
I
what
didn't
I'm
march
wearing.
too much.
Oh, good. And you can rest it there. You can pop your little baby weights down.
Okay.
Give a big stretch.
Okay.
And just twist around as if you just got out of bed. And you're going to put your right hand out, your left hand out, and give yourself a big clap.
Oh gosh. Thank you so much. This
Thank
was
you.
delightful. And have a wonderful holiday.
You too.
Thank you, dear. After the break, we hear about some upcoming events on the Suncoast. Coming up this New Year's Eve, celebrate in downtown Sarasota with the annual Pineapple Drop. Enjoy musical performances, kids' activities, and of course, the Pineapple Drop at midnight. The party goes from 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Main Street in downtown Sarasota. Plus the 9th annual Fireworks on the Bay, hosted by Marina Jack. Viewing of the fireworks spectacular is free, while special dinner and entertainment packages are available for purchase. This New Year's Eve celebration benefits Suncoast Charities for Children, and if you can't make it out to the bayfront, SNN will be broadcasting the fireworks live. If you would like to promote your community event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you, and this is a complimentary service. Please call our producer, Andrea Chu, at 941-361-4651. To view previous episodes, go to snntv.com. I'm Nancy O'Neill, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.